Howdy, howdy, y'all. Welcome to Friday night. It's 9 p.m. in Austin, Texas. All amateur radio traffic, please stand by. The Oak Hill Friday Night Trivia Net is about to begin. Sitting here looking at the bingo, we've got Bill, W5ITZ, and we have not Bill, W5ITZ. I wonder if that's like Daryl and my other brother Daryl, although we know Randy's the son, but still, it cracked me up. If there's any emergency or priority traffic, please come with your name and call sign now. Hallelujah! Somebody got off the 775. If you're transmitting in on the 775, watch your PTT there. You had it held down there for a little bit. Looks like we are back in business. All right, well, after that long pause, we should do an ID. Let everybody know you're listening to the Friday Night Trivia Net, brought to you by the Oak Hill Amateur Radio Club. Call sign N5OAK. My name is Rusty, WZ5BBS. All right, somebody on the 775 got Vox turned on or something. If you got your radio tuned in to 441-775, somebody's transmitting just a bunch of dead air. So if you could pay attention to your radio, we would certainly appreciate it. This is Rusty, WZ5BBS. I'll be your net control for tonight. I'm transmitting from IQTH in Northwest Austin to the flagship 14732 repeater. Tonight's trivia net will be a hybrid net using the N5OAK, KA5D, and W5LCR repeater systems, as well as an online trivia game. We currently have the bingo machine turned on. We'll be shutting that down soon enough. To check into tonight's trivia net, all you'll need is a smartphone, tablet, or any computer with a web browser. I'll give you a few seconds to run to your computer or grab your device before we tell you where to go. So we're saying we got some static on there. Is my levels any better now? Blake or Kent, let me know on the Discord. All right, well, now I'm over on the 775. How do I sound over there? Need more than yuck. 1.5 on the 775. All right, well, we're going to go back to the 320. Bill says it sounds good from the link. We're starting out things rough tonight, y'all. Let's see, we got Blake is typing. Maybe my audio is better. All right, it says it's getting better there. I'm at 25 watts here, and that's usually where I hang tight. I can make it bigger if I need, but all right, Kent says where it's usable. Fantastic. All right, we bumped it up to 50 watts. We'll see what that does for y'all. Maybe it'll make it better. All right, so while we were doing that, just a reminder to see all the frequencies the Friday Night Trivia Net is transmitting on. Visit n5oak.org, ka5d.com, or crhrc.org. For our Oak Hill Club members, we have our very own Friday Night Trivia Net channel on the Discord. That's where all the fun is happening so far. So swing by and join them. If y'all want to watch, we got Office Space going on, the video channel. So get in here for some nerdy fun. You can join Claude and Scott hanging out. Good to see y'all in the video. Now that you have your device, open a web browser and go to n5oak.org and click on the TriviaNet tab. Once you're there, scroll down, click on the big green button to check in. There's no software to install or accounts to create. All we need is your call sign and your first name. If your XYL or kids would like to play along, you can sign them in from their device. This also applies to all of you that are studying for your license. If you can hear my voice, you are welcome to play, and we'd love to see you in the game tonight. Oh man, we got all kinds of people in the video now. We got Blake. Good to see you in the video there, Blake. We got Holly, W5LUL, hanging out as well. All right, so once again, if you want to watch Office Space while we're playing a little bit of trivia, get over in the video net for the Friday Night Trivia Net. So tonight's trivia game will be divided into 4 rounds. Every round contains 10 questions worth 100 points each. Tonight's topics are as followed. Round 1, it's the St. Patrick's Day round with all the green things. So you'll have to be thinking about anything that's green. Round number 2 is Name That Movie. Round number 3 is All to Be Alive in the 1990s. So if y'all can remember back in the Wayback Machine in the 90s, that one will help you. And round number 4 is all about boy bands, because, you know, it's all about music in round 4. We'll see how y'all do with this horrible genre of music. After each round, we'll have a short intermission to aid in drink refills and take care of all bodily functions. As always, questions, comments, and friendly taunting are welcome. Because it's Friday night, it's St. Patrick's Day, we're not at South by Southwest, and it's a party, y'all. At the conclusion of tonight's trivia game, everyone will get sent home in style by our final elimination round. One wrong answer, and you will be officially done for the night, so make sure you pace yourself on those adult beverages. With all that said, I'm going to see if anybody has any questions before we get tonight's Trivia Net underway. If you do, please come with your name and call sign now. Nothing heard. All right, well, we shut down the bingo machine. Looks like Gary's coming in first place. He had 154 points. So welcome, Gary, and congratulations on that. Oh, my goodness, Bill. That's like 15 carbs over there, buddy. Look at that. And you got the throw pillows and the decanter and the white wine. Man, Bill ain't messing around tonight. This Bill and not Bill are hanging out at the bar tonight with us for trivia. So, oh my goodness. All right, well, While everybody's getting their drink refills and all that kinds of fun, I'm going to move y'all into the Friday night Trivia Net and out of the bingo. If you would, please make your call signs look like those over there on the right. I certainly would appreciate it. Makes my life a whole lot easier. And now that we got that going, once again, if you'd like to play along tonight, you can join the game at any time. You don't have to wait for a round to be over. Just open a web browser on your smartphone, tablet, or computer and go to n5oak.org and click on the TriviaNet tab. Once you're there, scroll down, click on the big green button to check in, and you too can be playing with us. We've got 18 people so far, 19. That number's just going to get bigger and bigger as I talk. So come in and play with us. We're a fun bunch of people. We've also got our friends from the north, all the way from Chilliwack, Canada. We didn't scare them off last time, so good for us, man. So we got some fun friends from up north. Maybe we'll see them in here later than the round 4 that they did last time. And, of course, every week we give away amazing door prizes for those of you that check in on time. Tonight's prize, guess what? It's free membership to the Oak Hill Amateur Radio Club. Let's spin the wheel and see who the big winners will be tonight. And a big congratulations to all our lucky winners. After the game tonight, head over to n5oak.org and sign up to become a member. We have the welcome team standing by waiting to approve your complimentary memberships as well as your request to join our Discord community. That goes for y'all up in Canada as well. We'd love to have you in the Discord. So if you're making dinner again, whatever it is, go hit the website and come join us on the Discord. That's a lot of fun. For those of you who are new and haven't checked into the TriviaNet before, we're going to run through a practice question real quick to show you how the game works, so don't you worry. So this is how it works. Questions will be read over the repeater and displayed on your device. Once the question has been read aloud, the answers will appear. All players will have 15 seconds to make a choice, but the longer it takes to choose an answer, the fewer points you will get. Also, remember to choose wisely, as you only get one shot to answer the question. And once the timer runs out, the correct answer will be revealed as well as what everyone else thought it was. For those of you that like to keep up with your score, it's the number located at the top left of your screen, and it will always be available during gameplay. Now that everybody understands how the game works, let's see who has checked into the net so far tonight. So, let's see. We got Blake, KI5ZTW. He's in Spicewood, Texas. We had a fun chat like a couple of Monday nights ago, and he's been hanging around. So good to see you on the TriviaNet tonight, Blake. We got Brian, N5TZV. He's in Louise, Texas. We got DC in Elroy. And we got Gail in Buda. We got Dave, KI5STT in Buda. We have Mark A in Buda. I wonder if DC and Mark A are hanging out with Holly and Dave. We'll see. We do have Holly, W5LUL. She's hanging out with us. We got Claude, KI5ZQE. He's in Oak Hill. We've got my favorite person from Alvin, Texas. We got Laura, KI5OLG. She's always on all the nets spreading the gospel about the Friday night Trivia Net. Good to see you tonight, Laura. We got Norman, N5ZOT in Austin. We got Joe, K5KUA. He's out in Jamaica Beach, Texas. Ernesto, KI5PZN is in Austin. We got Kent back, KI5RBT. He's in Pflugerville. We got John, KI5ZIE, hanging out in Austin. We got John, WL7OU. I believe, John, this is your first time to play trivia tonight. He's in Shiner. I'm guessing Shiner, Texas. If not, welcome aboard, John. We've got a guest, KG5SXL in El Campo. We got Philip, AC5G in East Austin. We got Bill, W5ITZ in Ganado. Good to have you, sir. Steve, KI5HWD is in Liberty Hill. We have another Bill, K5LK. He's in Brookshire. We have Randy, a.k.a. Not Bill, W5ITZ in Ganado, Texas. We got Carson, KJ5AAN in Hallettsville. We got Scott, KI5OBD in Kyle. We got Gary in El Campo. Steve, KG5LAA in Burnett, Texas. Kimuch is in El Campo. Welcome back. And Mike, W7QAG, all the way out in Sugarland. So there we have it. We are up to 27 people. 27 people hanging out on trivia tonight. Let's get everybody moved over into round number 1, our St. Patty's Day round. We're going to see how y'all do with that. But before we get started, we're going to see if anybody has any questions or concerns or anything that they would like to add. If you do, please come with your name and call sign now. All right, we got nothing heard. We got no complaints in the Discord. We got no random PTTs on the 775. I think we're clear to go. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, put your hands on your buzzers. The Friday Night Trivia Net will begin in T-minus 10 seconds. And away we go. Question number 1. Who has the last name Green on the television series Friends? I never got into Friends, but y'all seem to think that Rachel is it, because we got a 3-way tie for everybody else. It was Rachel, and then Chandler, Joey, and Phoebe. So let's see. Was it Rachel? It was. You'll even get to see her in a little bit later in home movies, Office Space. Question number 2. What long-running television western starred Canadian actor Lorne Greene? Wow, 79% with Bonanza. Gunsmoke and Rawhide tied for second and third. Nobody picked on the Virginian. Man. All right, so let's see. Was this dude in Bonanza? He was. Born in Ontario, actor Lorne Greene played Ben Cartwright on NBC's beloved western Bonanza from 1959 to 1973. And I went to Lake Tahoe on a business trip kind of a thing, and they bust us in like cattle out to where they shot that. And it's fun to see the Ponderosa and all that stuff, but it is just a horrid tourist trap now. And you get to drink sarsaparilla, and they got gun shows and gunfights, and everybody's dressed up, and it's absolutely horrifying. But I guess it's better than staying in the hotel. Question number 3. The young adult novel Looking for This is the first book published by author John Green. So we're not looking for turtles, that's for sure. Looking for Alaska, followed by Home, and then Catherine. Looking for Catherine. All right, so what was it? Alaska, home, or Catherine? It's, apparently they were looking for Alaska. John Green's 2005 debut novel, Looking for Alaska, is the coming-of-age story about a bullied teen. It won the Michael L. Prince Award, which recognizes books of merit written for teens. All right, question number 4. What Al Green song was Billboard's year-end #1 tune in 1972? "65%, Let's Stay Together." We got a tie for Lovely Day and Without You, and Give Me Just a Little More Time coming in very last. So let's see which one is correct. It's Let's Stay Together. Al Green's Let's Stay Together ranked number 60 on Rolling Stone's 2004 list of the 500 greatest songs of all time. Wow, all time. Question number 5, and halfway through the St. Patrick's Day Green round, who did Brian Austin Green play on the original 1990s Beverly Hills 90210? So the only thing I know is that he didn't play Brandon. This could have been on our 91. Yeah, I watched quite a bit of it, but I still don't know. Y'all are going with David, 44%, followed by Brandon, Scott, and Steve. So who did Brian Austin Green play? I know he was one of the younger ones. He played David. Singer Christina Aguilera performs as herself in an episode celebrating David Silver's birthday. I have no idea why that was important, but apparently they thought it was. All right, so halfway through, let's show the scoreboard and see Ernesto. Check it out. Hadn't missed a single one. 395 points. Mike, W7QAG, in the number 2 spot with 393 points. And Claude, KI5ZQE, in the number 3 spot. He's got 360 points. All right, y'all take a look at your scores, and while you're doing that, we're going to remind everybody you're listening to the Friday Night Trivia Net, brought to you by the Oak Hill Amateur Radio Club. Call sign N5OAK. My name is Rusty, WZ5VBS. I'm your net control for tonight. You can check into tonight's Trivia Net at any time during the game from your smartphone, tablet, or computer. All you have to do is point your web browser to n5oak.org and click on the Trivia Net tab. Once you're there, scroll down, click on the big green button to check in. There's no software to install or accounts to create. All we need is your call sign and your first name. We got 28 people hanging out with us so far. And we got the Leprechaun. Wow, we got the Leprechaun himself playing. He's in the number 5 spot. So this is question number 6 coming up. For those of you who are new and haven't played, you get to put all these points to use. So you can bet your points. You can bet all of them. You can bet none of them. But you're betting that you're going to know the answer to question number 6 is what's happening. So here it is. This is your chance to place your bets. Let's see how y'all do with this one. Which method of transport does Sam I Am not mention in Dr. Seuss's Green Eggs and Ham? So over half of you say that they're not eating them in a car, or a boat, are a plane, are a train. So which method of transport does Sam I Am not mention in Dr. Seuss's Green Eggs and Ham? The correct answer is plane. The beloved 1960s children's book Sam I Am invites a man to eat green eggs and ham on a boat, car, and train, but not on a plane. Let's see who got that right. Kyle, KI5ZTP, welcome to the game, Kyle. Guest, KG5SXL, got that right as well as Joe, K5KUA, and who else? Steve, KI5HWD. So 4 of them got it right. Let's see what this does to the score. This puts Guest, KG5SXL, in the number 1. They got 114 points. Dave, KI5STT, in the number 2 spot. He got 79 points off of this one. And Mark A is in the number 3 spot with 277 points. So check it out. That zeroed out quite a bit there on the scoreboard. Well, let's see. We got 4 questions left. Let's see how y'all dig yourself out of a hole. What classic rock group was co-founded by English musician Peter Green? Man, we got to wait till the very end. This thing's still counting votes. So it's a tie between Fleetwood Mac and Genesis. Jefferson Airplane coming in 3rd, followed by Pink Floyd. So what classic rock group was co-founded by English musician Peter Green? It's got to be Fleetwood Mac or Genesis, and the correct answer is Fleetwood Mac. In 1967, singer and guitarist Peter Green formed Fleetwood Mac with Mick Fleetwood on drums and Jeremy Spencer on guitar. He left the band in 1970, troubled by schizophrenia and drug problems. And I think the rest of the band got that problem later on. Question number 8. What was the name of the pampered pig on the 1960 television series Green Acres? Well, we might have some Green Acres fans in here. Almost 70% went with Arnold, followed by Oliver, Emmett, and Percy. So what was the name of the pampered pig? Yeah, it was Arnold. Arnold Ziffel, Hootersville pampered pig, watched TV, played checkers, and could even write his own name. Kent knows all these things. Question number 9. What fast food restaurant catchphrase did actor Seth Green popularize in an early 1990s commercial? Wow, 44% say I'm loving it, followed by toasty, then cha-ching and Liv Moss. So let's see which one is correct. Cha-ching. Seth Green played a teenage fast food drive-thru operator in a 1991 commercial for restaurant chain Rally's, making their cha-ching catchphrase famous. Only 5 of y'all knew that one. All right, question number 10. This is going to be the end of the green round. What American band sang A Green-Eyed Lady Strolling Slowly Towards the Sun in 1970s? I wonder if Sugarloaf was Meatloaf's, sister. That'd be kind of awesome. All right, y'all went with Sugarloaf. Almost 60%. followed by Edison Lighthouse, King Harvest, and Blues Image. The correct answer, Sugarloaf. The jazzy 1970 hit Green-Eyed Lady was the first single on the self-titled debut from the band Sugarloaf. All right, well, that's it. We're done with round number 1. Let's add up the scores and see how we're doing. We got guest KG5SXL in the number 1 spot with 478 points. Mark A coming in second with 463 points, and Dave KI5STT in the number 3 spot. So we're going to go and see if guest KG5XL wants to come in and say anything or tell us which ones that they missed. For those of you, I'm going to ask you which ones you missed, and if you scroll down underneath the points, it'll tell you what answers you got wrong. So, guest, do you want to come in and hang out and chat with us? I kind of figured as much, but I figured we would ask. Let's see if Mark A is out there and wants to chat. He missed 3.
Yeah, Roger, that was complete guesswork. I don't even know which ones I missed or which ones I got. So let's just chalk this one up to luck.
Lucky number 2. All right. Well, how about you, Dave? KI5STT, you got 6 out of 10, right? Which one's got you, man?
Well, let's see. This number 3, the novel about Alaska. The green eggs and ham one I missed. Oh, I got that one. And let's see. I missed the Pampered Pig and the restaurant from Seth Green. Said the commercial line in. Back to you.
Oh, man, you missed Arnold. The Pampered Pig. Well, there's the top 3 for round number 1. We're going to take a quick intermission so everybody can take care of business. During the intermission, you'll see questions on your screen to pass the time. Voting is optional, but always appreciated. Just a reminder, you can check into tonight's Trivianet at any time during the game from your smartphone, tablet, or computer. All you have to do is point your web browser to n5oak.org and click on the Trivianet tab. Once you're there, scroll down, click on the big green button to check in. There's no software to install or accounts to create. All we need is your call sign and your first name, and I think I'm scrolling back through the Discord because we had John, KI5ZIE, is on the lookout for John, WL7OU, and John thinks that you might know his sister Elizabeth in Shiner. So the floor is open while we got the intermission. If the Johns would like to chat, by all means, come on. If y'all have any questions or concerns, I will be here hanging out as well. So we will see you. I'll get you moved over into round number 2, our first intermission, and we'll see you right here for round number 2.
Well, this is John, WL7OU, and I can't remember the other station's call sign, but I'm standing by.
Hey, this is John, KI5ZIE here in North Austin. Yeah, I recognized your name because my sister got your call sign. As soon as I get a radio that can do it, I was going to contact you about trying to see if I could make that work. So, anyway, yeah, she's down in Shiner too. So, KI5ZIE.
Well, all right. My wife just told me that she knows who you are. So there you go. Yeah, I'm down here. I do have a Wires X node if you've got those capabilities as well, and I do also have HF privileges. So look me up anytime. You can catch me on the Texas Traffic Net on both days and evenings on the weekends. There, over.
All right, we'll do that. Thank you. KI5ZIE.
WL7OU.
Alright, hopefully y'all got your drinks filled up and all your fun stuff taken care of. It's time to get y'all moved over into round number 2. Round number 2 is Name That Movie. And some of these are pretty easy, some of these are kind of hard. I guess it depends on if you're a movie watcher. I'm not much of a movie watcher. I'm more of a TV watcher. It's a lot more friendly on the ADD. So, round number 2 is about to get ready. We got 29 people hanging out with us playing tonight. Let's see how y'all do on question number 1. Surely you know the name of the film pictured here. I do not know it. I do know it. And don't call me Shirley. Alright, see, Kent, you get snarky on the Discord and you lose out on the points. So, let's see. Y'all are going 56% with Airplane. I love that movie. Airport coming in second, followed by 0 Hour. Nobody picks Snakes on a Plane. I can't imagine why. The picture over there looks a whole lot older than Snakes on a Plane. So let's see. Don't Call Me Shirley, and that's totally Airplane. Steve McCorsky is just one of the many men on the ground trying to talk to Ted Stryker down in 1980 on the comedy classic Airplane. Question number 2. We ought to watch, I think we're going to have to watch some Airplane movies on the video as well. Question number 2. Atop what national monument does the climax of this film take place? It looks like they're crawling up Bart Simpson's hair. That's the only thing. I've never seen this movie, so I have no idea. Y'all, wow, Mount Rushmore, 85%. I think that's what it is. Coronado coming in second, followed by Federal Hall. Nobody picked the Wright Brothers Memorial. So let's see what national monument this was. Oh, it was Mount Rushmore. The climactic scene in North by Northwest came out in 1959, where Cary Grant and Eva Marie Saint flee to the top of Mount Rushmore is one of the most iconic images in cinema history. Wow, so apparently I know nothing. Big surprise. However, it was all done on a mock-up of the famous memorial, as the U.S. Department of the Interior banned filming on the real thing. So once again, the movies are all lies. All right, question number 3. Blank is no way to go through life, son. These are all fantastic answers, but y'all seem to think that fat, drunk, and stupid is no way to go through life. Followed by sad, ugly, and lonely, dull, tiresome, and boring. Nobody picked rude, crude, and obnoxious. So let's see, what is no way to go through life? It is definitely fat, drunk, and stupid. And of course, everybody knows what movie that this is from. Good old Animal House. Question number 4. Who won an Academy Award for her role in the courtroom comedy pictured here? A whopping 85% going with Marissa Tomei, followed by Holly Hunter, and then a tie for Mercedes Ruehl and Mira Sorvino. So let's see who it was. It was indeed Marissa Tomei. So the only thing I can think of this is one, Fred Gwynn was the judge, and all I could see was Herman Mustard. Herman Munster. The other one, when I see Cousin Vinny, though, I think of two youths. These two youths. What's a youth? So, I love my Cousin Vinny. All right, question number 5. What Paul Newman film pictured here is right on the nose? Well, we had a number 1 there until the very, very end. And now we're at a tie between the Hustler and the Sting. Pocket Money coming in 3rd and the Drowning Pool 4th. So what Paul Newman film is pictured here is right on the nose. It is the Sting. Even though the role of Henry Gondorff in 1973's The Sting was written as an older, paunchier character, Paul Newman was keen to play the part because he wanted to show that he had the light touch for comedy. Well, halfway through the Name That Movie round, let's see who's doing what. Scott, KI5OBD, he can eat dinner out of a to-go box and get number 1 in the round, man. Way to go, Scott. We got Bill, W5ITZ in the number 2 spot, and not Bill, a.k.a. Randy, W5ITZ in the number 3 spot. All right, look at this. Y'all check out your scores. While you're doing that, let's tell all the good folks you're listening to the Friday Night Trivia Net brought to you by the Oak Hill Amateur Radio Club. Call sign N5OAK. My name is Rusty, WZ5VBS. I'm your net control for tonight. You can check into tonight's Trivia Net at any time during the game from your smartphone, tablet, or computer. We got 30 people hanging out with us. We're watching movies, we're drinking drinks, we're eating food, we're having a bunch of good times. And if you want to join us, all you have to do is point your web browser to n5oak.org and click on the Trivia Net tab. Once you're there, scroll down, click on the big green button to check in. There's no software to install or accounts to create. All we need is your call sign and your first name. I think we need David. What is his call sign? I got to scroll up here. KG5UBB, I know you're listening out there, and you need to get in here and play some trivia with us. Even if you suck at it, there's no excuses. Question number 6 is coming up next. You know what that means. It's time to place your bets. Here we go. In which fictional nation does this film begin? Well, this is pretty awesome. So 88% of you went with Zamunda, and even though Equatorial Gundu is right there close, y'all are right. It was Zamunda. Although much of the film takes place in Queens, New York, Coming to America came out in 1988. Opens with Prince Akeem and his father in the Kingdom of Zamunda. So 88% of you got that right. That means the score is going to be up to anybody. Oh, look at that. We got Bill and not Bill in the number 1 and 2 spots. And we got Claude, KI5ZQE in the number 3 spot. Look at that. 388 points, 384 points. We only had a couple that missed that. Oh, and Scott. What is wrong with you, Scott? Oh, all right. We're going to have to watch Coming to America and let Scott listen to it. Oh, sorry, Scott. I just lost all respect for you. Just rage quit. Just turn it off, man. All right, question number 7. While the later part of this film takes place in Vietnam, the first half is set where? All right, let's see, man. Here we go. We had California was in the number 1 spot, but it's tied up with South Carolina. We got Georgia coming in third, Texas number 4. So let's see, where was the later part of this film? It was South Carolina. The first half of 1987's Full Metal Jacket, in which the recruits are alternately whipped into shape and terrorized by Gunnery Sergeant Hartman, is set at the Marine Corps Base Training Depot at Parris Island, South Carolina. There it is. That was a great movie. Question number 8. Who wrote the novel adapted into the film pictured here? So I know the name of the film, but I couldn't tell you anything about this. Dean Koontz, though, is taking the number 1 spot, followed by Robert Harris, and then Thomas Harris, and then Robin Cook. So who wrote the novel adapted into the film pictured here? The correct answer is Thomas Harris. Over the course of his decades-long writing career, Thomas Harris has only published 6 novels. 5 of them have been adapted into films, and 4 of them, his most iconic character, Dr. Hannibal Lecter. So let's see who knew this one, because we only got 5 out of y'all that knew. We got Bill, W5ITZ knew that. We got Guest, KG5SXL. John and Diane, KE5RS knew that as well. Anybody else? Scott, KI5OBD. There you go, buddy. All right. Question number 9. What iconic line is Al Pacino about to deliver in this scene? All right, everybody, welcome Mike, K5RFT. Welcome to the Discord, Mike, if you're out there listening, and we'll put you down here in the Friday night trivia net as well, because this is where we are. Mike, let's see, well, we got lots of mics. All right, there we go, Mike, K5RFT. Welcome to the game, man. Let's see what we are thinking on here. 43% of you say, I know it was you, Fredo. Followed by, it's not personal, Sonny, it's strictly business. And then, don't ever take sides with anyone against the family. Again, ever. So what was the correct answer on this one? I know it was you, Fredo. 43% have seen this movie for sure. Question number 10, and this is going to wrap up our Name That Movie round. Name this comedic Christmas classic, and yes, it's a Christmas movie. Over half of you going with Love Actually. The Holiday coming in second, then we got a tie for Last Christmas and Just Friends. So let's see, what is the name of this one? I have no clue. It is Love Actually. In interviews regarding the 20th anniversary of Love Actually, Hugh Grant said that he never would have done the dance had he not been contractually obligated to do so. Whatever. Alright, so we're done with round number 2. We're going to add up the scores and see that Bill, W5ITZ, is in the number 1 spot. Way to go, Bill. Only missed 1. We got Kent, KI5RBT. We got our trivia robot back. He's in the number 2 spot. And Mark A is in the number 3 spot. Let's go talk to Bill. W5ITZ. Bill, you only missed one, man. Which one got you?
Hey, good evening, Rusty. Believe it or not, it was the last one. I did not have a clue on that one. Other than that, I had one lucky guess, but felt pretty confident about the rest of them. W5ITZ, back to net control.
Roger, man. Hey, that's all that matters. Let's go chat with Kent, KI5RVT. Good to have you back, man. Having you on the video as well. Which one's got you, man? You only missed two. KI5RVT. Well, be that way, Kent. Let's go talk to Mark A. Mark A only missed two as well. Mark, which one's got you?
I think the one that was the big ripper was the Paul Newman one. I was just hovering over the Sting and wound up hitting the Hustler, so fix that one.
Roger, Roger. Mark, what is your call sign?
I ain't got one yet, but working on it.
This is W5LUL. Hey, Rusty. He's here with us, and so is Gail.
Nice recover. I like the brutal honesty, though. Way to go, Mark. Be that way. That is the deadliest sin in the world, to transmit without a call sign. All right, everybody's got to take a drink since Mark is the center. Kent, you are not making it into the repeater, so if you want to try again, Cat5RVT, give it another whirl. You're still not making it, Kent. All right, Kent is going to switch radios, and we are going to take a quick intermission so that Kent can switch radios and y'all can take care of your business. During the intermission, you'll see questions on your screen to pass the time. Voting is optional, but always appreciated. Just a reminder, you can check into tonight's TriviaNet at any time during the game from your smartphone, tablet, or computer. All you have to do is point your web browser to n5oak.org and click on the TriviaNet tab. Once you're there, scroll down and click on the big green button to check in. There's no software to install or accounts to create. All we need is your call sign and your first name. And don't forget, this is the one where we make you pick your favorite Thursday night net controller. So y'all do me a favor and pick somebody. Ernesto's been winning, so I know y'all love Ernesto. So show some love to the net controllers. We will get the second intermission going, and we'll see you right back here for round number 3. I love this movie. It just cracks me up if I'm listening to it or not. It's, man, I love this guy. It's just fantastic. All right, well, there we have it. That was our second intermission. We have Ernesto beating out Ray and Aaron. Man, Ernesto, these people love you as the net control. I think we should probably double your salary from what we're paying you right now to be net controller. So we'll put that in the payroll. So now it is time to mosey on over to round number 3. Round number 3 is about the 90s. If y'all can remember the 90s, all the drinking and all the drugs, man, it's probably erased most of the 90s out of y'all's memory. But we're about to see who knows what, and this is a fun one. This one brought back lots of memories for me. So let's get it started, shall we? See what question number 1 has in store for y'all. What 1990s Broadway musical is loosely based on the opera La Boheme? So out of all of these choices, Chicago is coming in number 1, followed by Rent, Miss Saigon, and then Sunset Boulevard. The correct answer is Rent. The rock musical Rent, which opened off-Broadway in 1996, is loosely based on Puccini's 1896 opera La Boheme, about the young artist living a bohemian lifestyle. Question number 2. Which of these cuddly creatures is not one of the 9 original Beanie Babies introduced in 1993? Howdy, howdy, Thomas. KI5OMW is in the game. So I read this one, and every time I see Gobbles the turkey, I always think of South Park. Gobbles! All right, what are y'all thinking? Chocolate the Moose is taking the number 1 spot. Gobbles the turkey and Patty the platypus are tied for second and third, and Splash the whale coming in number 4. All right, so which of these are not one of the 9 original Beanie Babies introduced in 1993? The correct answer is Gobbles the turkey. The tie range of Beanie Babies were a hugely successful and collectible fad throughout the 1990s, and the first 9 stuffed toys debuted in 1993. Gobbles the turkey, one of the first Beanie Babies to represent a holiday, came out in 1996. Thank you, Kent. I was looking for that. Gobbles the turkey. All right, question number 3. Which sitcom's finale was the single most watched television episode of the 1990s? Oh, wow. All right. So 63% went with Seinfeld. Seinfeld. Look at that. Cheers coming in second, followed by Night Court and the Golden Girls. Nobody picked on the Golden Girls. So let's see. Was it Seinfeld? Survey says, hell no, it was Cheers. Over 42 million viewers tuned in on May 20th, 1993 to watch Sam and Diane wrap up 11 seasons of Cheers. So close. Seinfeld. I don't know when Seinfeld was over, but if it was in the 90s, then they got beat out by Cheers. So take that, Seinfeld. Question number 4. Whose lean routine workout video dressed up in Lycra to feel the burn? Jane Fonda, 70%. Our Fonda Jane. Cindy Crawford coming in second, followed by Paula Abdul. Nobody picked Latoya Jackson. I still can't get over these guys in their purple onesies. This is pretty funny. All right, so let's see who it is. Jane Fonda is it. I should have put Richard Simmons in there, Dave. I really should have, just to throw it off. I think these people on the screen are more Richard types. Jane Fonda, Lean Routine, was the 12th installment of her high energy series of workout videos. Question number 5. Which of these models did not appear in Calvin Klein underwear ads in the 1990s? So I know for sure it was not Mark Wahlberg. Y'all are going with Marcus Schinkenberg. Let's see, Kate Moss coming in second, followed by Tyra Banks, and then Mark Wahlberg. The correct answer is Tyra Banks. And that's because Tyra Banks was an early Victoria's Secret model, so she couldn't make that happen. Well, that was question 5. Let's throw up the scores and see. Mike, W7QAG, is in the number 1 spot with 228 points. Philip, AC5G, is in the number 2 spot. Way to go, man, with 206 points. And Thomas, KI5OMW, joining the game and making a very nice play for 3rd with 196 points. Y'all check out your scores, and while you're doing that, we're going to remind all the good folks you're listening to the Friday Night Trivia Net, brought to you by the Oak Hill Amateur Radio Club. Call sign N5OAK. My name is Rusty, WZ5BBS. I'm your net control for tonight. You can come join us and check into tonight's Trivia Net at any time during the game from your smartphone, tablet, or computer. We've got 1.5 rounds left, and you can be like Thomas, show up late, throw your score up there, and Manny's already in the 3rd spot. If you want to join us, all you have to do is point your web browser to n5oak.org and click on the Trivia Net tab. Once you're there, scroll down, click on the big green button to check in. There's no software to install or accounts to create. All we need is your call sign and your first name. We got question number 6 coming up, and you know what that means, Thomas. It's time to place your bets. All right, which of these world news events did not take place in 1991? .44% say that in 1991, Freddie Mercury died of AIDS. We got the Channel Opens, followed by Boris Yeltsin's elected, and then Operation Desert Storm. So which of these world news events did not take place in 1991? The correct answer is the Channel Opens. Officially named the Channel Tunnel, the Channel Underwater Railway opened in May of 1994. So we have 8 people that got that right. Let's see what that did to the scores. Mike, W7QAG, is in the number 1 spot with 114 points on that one alone. Thomas, KI5OMW, up to the number 2 spot. He got 98 points on that one. And Ernesto, KI5PZN, ¿Qué pasa, man? Up in the number 3 spot. He got 73 points. All right. Question number 7. Prior to the 1994 Winter Olympic Games in blank, figure skater Nancy Kerrigan was attacked by a rival's ex-husband. All right, so let's see what y'all picked. Canada. 48% picked Canada. We got Japan coming in second, followed by France, and then Norway. So, prior to 1994 Winter Olympic Games in Norway, figure skater Nancy Kerrigan was attacked by a rival's ex-husband. 2 people. Only 2 people knew this one. We got to go find out who those 2 people were. Give me just a second to go scroll through all the masses. John, KI5ZIE knew that. Steve, KG5LAA knew that. Let's go talk to Steve, KG5LAA. Steve, did you know this, or was this just like lucky guess? Well, Steve must be receive only. Let's go talk to John, KI5ZIE. John, did you know this, or were you just guessing?
I actually did know this. I don't know why I knew this. It's the only time that it's ever mattered to know this. So, who knows? KI5ZIE, back to net control.
Roger, Roger. Well, hey, man, you one of 2 that knew it. So, despite the attack and injury by rival Tanya Harding's ex-husband, Nancy Kerrigan recovered and competed in Norway's Winter Olympics, taking home a silver medal. Question number 8. What pop star cameos as himself in the 1998 rom-com The Wedding Singer? .65% went with Billy Idol. And we got a 3-way tie for the rest. David Bowie, Prince, and Sting. So let's see. Who was it? It was indeed Billy Idol. British singer Billy Idol plays himself in the film and convinces Adam Sandler's wedding singer to pursue his love interest, Julie, played by Drew Barrymore. We got 2 more questions. Here comes number 9. Which of these internet search engines debuted in 1997? I was really hoping Alta Vista would be on here, maybe a Yahoo, but I guess I'm the only Yahoo. Let's see what y'all think. 50% said Ask Jeeves, followed by Webcrawler, Excite, and Dogpile. The correct answer, which one of these debuted in 1997, is Ask Jeeves. You got it right. Incorporating the name of a fictional gentleman's butler, Jeeves, from author P.G. Wodehouse, the online question-answering service Ask Jeeves was founded in 1996 and launched to the public the following year. Question number 10, in the end of our 1990s round, what brand's Black Honey lipstick was a makeup bag staple in the 1990s? All right, let's see. Number 1 answer on the board is Revlon, followed by Clinique, Lip Smackers, and MAC. So, what's the right answer on this one? Clinique. Clinique's must-have shade in the 1990s found a resurgence 3 decades later when the Almost lipstick in Black Honey went viral on TikTok in 2021. What would we do without TikTok? Well, we might find out sooner than later. I'm not on it, so take that, China. All right, let's add up the scores. Let's see how we did in round number 3. Thomas, KI5OMW, kicking butt. 412 points. Way to go, man. Mike, W7QAG in the number 2 spot. And Laura, I get to talk to Laura, KI5OLG. Fantastic. I think those are all Crossroads people, if I'm not mistaken. Let's go chat with Thomas, KI5OMW. Thomas, which one's got you, man?
Well, thank you, Rusty. Let me see which one's got me. The 90s Broadway musical got me, the first one, and which models did not appear in Calvin Klein got me also. And I actually missed quite a few of them. I guess I just got high points on the ones I got. I didn't know which pop singer cameoed in The Wedding Singer. But yeah, I graduated high school in the mid-90s, so I was a teenager in the 90s, so I'm familiar with a lot of that. So did pretty good. I'm glad I showed up. Back to Net Control. This is KI5OMW.
Same here, man. I graduated in 95, so all this is ringing true for me as well. That's kind of why it was fun. Flashback. Let's go chat with Mike, W7QAG. Mike, what were you doing in the 90s?
Dude, you don't even want to know what I did in the 90s. I'm surprised I even got any of these right. But my ex-YL helped me on a couple of them, which kind of got me over the top of that. Number 3, Night Court. I got that one wrong. Knew better, but I didn't. And then France. I chose that for the Olympic Games. Norway didn't even ring a bell to me. Billy Idol I knew because Nice Day for a White Wedding, that just connected with me. And FG's, back in the day, that was these search engines. So W7QAG back to net.
Hey, man. Well, for not being a 90s child, you did good. So you got in the number 2 spot. Let's go to Alva, Texas, and talk to Laura, KI5OLG. Laura, which one's got you, and what were you doing in the 90s?
Well, the ones that got me was the lipstick one, Nancy Kerrigan, Beanie Babies, and there was one other one, but basically in the 90s I was working my behind off all the time. I was crazy back then, but anyway, that's what I was doing. This is KI5OLG, back to Net Control.
Roger, working your behind off. Well, that's round number 3. Let's add up all the scores and see how we're doing. Mark A, Mr. I Got No Call Sign, is in the number 1 spot. Mark, 1,422 points. Way to go, man. Kent, KI5RBT in the number 2 spot with 1,310. And Holly, W5LUL, in the number 3 spot with 1,097. Well, it is time to take yet another quick intermission so everybody can do their thing. During the intermission, you'll see questions on your screen to pass the time. Voting is optional, but always appreciated. Just a reminder, if you're out there lurking, we got one more round, Randy. You need to get in and play with us. You can check into tonight's TriviaNet at any time during the game from your smartphone, tablet, or computer. Like I said, we got one more round, so you best get on it. All you have to do is point your web browser to n5oak.org. and click on the TriviaNet tab. Once you're there, scroll down, click on the big green button to check in. There's no software to install or accounts to create. All we need is your call sign and your first name. We're going to get y'all moved over into the 3rd intermission and fire that up. We'll see you right back here for round number 4.
KI-5 RBT for a signal check.
I heard signals check, so I think it sounds pretty good.
Thank you. This is KI-5 RBT. Thanks.
Okay, just a little bit of noise in there, but you're perfectly readable. KE5RS.
All right, round 3 intermission is over. Oh, and it looks like Office Space is over too. Well, there you have it. So Bill is saying that Crossroads has a test session in the morning. So that means they're probably going to meet up for breakfast. Bill, W5ITZ, I see maybe Randy, a.k.a. not Bill, might be testing. Tell everybody out there, if you're close to Ganado and want to test, tell them all about it, Bill.
Thanks, Rusty. Will do. Yeah, the club meets for a breakfast gathering tomorrow at 8 a.m. at Estella's Mexican Food Restaurant in the metropolis of Ganado, Texas. Restaurant is located at 109 South 3rd Street, which is also known as State Highway 172 in Ganado. Immediately following the breakfast gathering, we'll start a testing session at 10 a.m. at the YK Communications Conference Center. So we're excited and looking forward to it.
Well, right on, man. So you said that Randy might be testing. I know he had his license, and then something happened. If I remember that correct, is he testing again? How many people y'all got showing up so far? Do you know?
We have 3 tentative, and Randy came in and started looking at the test questions tonight. So we'll see if he's ready to challenge it tomorrow. He hasn't prepared or studied, but we may work on it tonight and see how he can do tomorrow.
Well, very cool, man. Randy, I think you should. You should totally give it a try. If not, you're throwing a little money towards the club to do a good thing, so you should totally give it a try. And ours is coming up April 22nd, And I'm looking forward to getting that done and having our first one behind us. Scott, KI5 OBD, is here, and he's in our first test session along with somebody else. I forget who, but I'm totally looking forward to making this happen. We have switched over to Rick and Morty in the video since we are out of Office Space, so I figure that will tantalize you. If you've never seen Rick and Morty, it's like an acid flashback. All right, we are done with our third intermission. Let's move everybody into round 4. This one is about boy bands, and boy, is it going to be fun. I can already feel the grumbles coming in the Discord on this one. I can just feel it. All right, let's see how y'all do with the boy bands. I know I would be doing pretty bad at this one. So let's start it out with question number 1. What boy band debuted in 1991 with Cooley High Harmony, named for one real-life vocational school in Chicago? Wow, Boys to Men with 88%. I'm not even going to read the other ones because y'all are right. It was totally Boys to Men, ABC, BBD. Question number 2. What group featuring members Logan, James, Kendall, and Carlos also had a series on Nickelodeon? I have never in my life heard of these people, so y'all are going for Boyzone, which is probably where I would have been headed. Big Time Rush coming in second, followed by 5 Seconds of Summer. I'm not even going to touch that. And nobody picked on The Wanted, so let's see. Who are these people? Big Time Rush. Although the group was already together, Nickelodeon packaged its deal with Big Time Rush to include both a record deal and a television series. Question number 3. In October 2022, South Korean boy band BTS announced an extended hiatus until 2025 for this reason. So let's see, 77% said military service, followed by negotiating tactics. Some said it was due to how terrible the band was. I love y'all. And the other 4% went with marriages. So let's see what it was. It was military service. I made up number D. I made up D, how terrible the band was. But I got to give a shout out to Mike, W7QAG, and Brian, KI5UZY, because they picked it. They were the only two that picked how terrible the band was. So, way to go, y'all. Y'all should get some points for that anyway. Question number 4. Which of the Jackson brothers was not an original member of the Jackson 5? Well, y'all are throwing Marlon under the bus, followed by Randy, Tito, and Jackie. So which of the Jackson brothers was not an original member of the Jackson 5? The correct answer is Randy. Poor Randy. With an average age of 12, something else they had in common with Michael. When they signed the Motown records in 1969, the Jackson 5 is arguably the original boy band. The original lineup included brothers Jackie, Tito, Jermaine, Marlon, and Michael. In early 1976, the group left Motown, but Jermaine remained with the label. The Jackson 5 continued as a quintet, bringing brother Randy into the fold. Question number 5. What group, founded in 1984, is considered the first commercially successful modern boy band? %. Went with New Kids on the Block, followed by Bros. I've never seen those people, and then a tie for Take That, Big Fun. So what group founded in 1984 is the first commercial boy band? Survey says it's the New Kids on the Block. Influenced by the earlier success of fellow Boston-based group New Edition, producer Maurice Starr formed New Kids on the Block in 1984, with the group finding international success in 1988. Well, look at that. We're halfway through the boy bands. Who knows the most? Mark A. Man, now I know why Holly invites him over. Kent, KI5 RVT in the number 2 spot, and Dave, KI5 STT in the number 3 spot. Y'all check your scores. While you're doing that, let's let everybody know you're listening to the Friday Night Trivia Net, brought to you by the Oak Hill Amateur Radio Club. Call sign N5OAK. My name is Rusty, WZ5VBS. I'm your net control for tonight. You can check into the night's Trivia Net at any time from the game from your smartphone, tablet, or computer. We got half this round left, though, so you better get in here. We got 30-something people playing with us, and if you want to join us, all you have to do is point your web browser to n5oak.org and click on the TriviaNet tab. Once you're there, scroll down, click on the big green button to check in. There's no software to install or accounts to create. All we need is your call sign and your first name. And if you want to join us on the Discord, we got a little Rick and Morty going on, so you can come hang out with us. We got quite a few people hanging out with us in the video, so swing on by. We got question number 6 up next, and you know what that means. It's time to place your bets. Man, oh man, which of these is the best-selling boy band album of all time? Oh, check it out. It's between the Backstreet Boys and the New Kids on the Block. One Direction coming in third. Nobody picked on BTS. So much for that one. All right, so let's see. Are y'all right with the Backstreet Boys? You are. With certified sales of 18.4 million copies, and some estimates as high as 40 million. That's a bit of a discrepancy. The Backstreet Boys Millennium album is the best-selling boy band album of all time. So they certify 18.4, but they think 40 million. All right, let's see. That put Kent, KI5 RBT, our boy band extraordinaire, in the number 1 spot. Guest, KG5SXL, in the number 2 spot. And Bill, W5ITZ, hanging out in the number 3 spot. Way to go, Bill. All right, let's see how y'all do with question number 7. Where were 1970s teen sensations the Bay City Rollers from? I don't think I know these people at all. Y'all seem to think they're from Australia. Scotland's coming in second, followed by Canada and Ireland. So where were the Bay City Rollers from? They are from Scotland. Bay City Rollers, hailing from Scotland, were known as the Tartan Teen Sensations. Hell yeah. And were one of many acts proclaimed to be the biggest group since the Beatles. Wow. In the U.S., the group's success was short-lived with 8 charting singles, including the #1 hit Saturday Night between 1975 and 1977. Oh, see, Bill even knew it. Look at that. Bill is the boy band man. This is hilarious. Question number 8. Which of these boy bands was not founded in Orlando and managed by producer and future convicted felon Lou Pearlman? I think we ought to get Bill to sing us a little bit of Saturday Night. Let's see. Y'all are going with 98 degrees. O-Town, that's not the same as the O-Face. O-Town coming in second. Backstreet Boys and Take 5 tied for third and fourth. So who was not managed and produced by Lou Pearlman? It was 98 degrees. Lou Pearlman, who was sentenced to 25 years in prison for money laundering, conspiracy, and other charges, shepherded a number of boy bands into stardom. 98 Degrees, however, was not part of his stable, having formed in Los Angeles in 1996. Question number 9. Which of these actions was not a reason for expulsion from iconic Puerto Rican band Menudo? I was looking to see where our resident Puerto Rican fell in on this one. All right, so let's see what you're thinking here. Voice changing is the #1 answer on the board. Getting too tall coming in second, and then we got a tie for turning 16 and having a girlfriend. So which of these actions is not a reason for expulsion from the iconic Puerto Rican boy band Menudo? The correct answer is a girlfriend. And our resident Puerto Rican, Ernesto, got this wrong. Por qué why? Since its forming in 1977, Menudo has stuck to a particular formula which regards to its members. When members turned 16, their voice changed, or they got too tall, they were replaced. Producer Edgardo Diaz did not kick members out for having a girlfriend. So there you have it. Ernesto picked voice changing. I would have gone with that one too, because that one's kind of hard to get around. All right. Question number 10. What inspired the name of 1990s R&B boy band Color Me Bad? #1 answer on the board is slang for a mistake. That's what Color Me Bad is. We've got a children's book, followed by a Batman villain, and then a racehorse. So what inspired the name of the R&B band Color Me Bad? It was a racehorse. That was it. Let's see who got that right. Dave, KI5STT, got that right, as well as Kent, KI5RBT, and Mark A, coming back around. All right, well, that is it for round number 4. Set up the scores and see who's doing what. Kent, the trivia robot, is back in #1 spot. Guest, KG5SXL, the number 2, and Randy, a.k.a. Not Bill, is in the number 3 spot. We're going to talk to you, Randy, so just you wait. Let's go talk to Kent, KI5RBT. I heard his radio check, so I know he can come in here. Kent, man, you missed 3. Which one's got you?
I would say it doesn't matter because it's boy bands, but the Jackson 5, the Bay City Rollers, I knew that one, I just got it wrong, and then the one about Orlando, because I hate Orlando, it's a terrible town. KI5RBT.
Yes, I wonder what Orlando did to poor Kent. All right, well, guest KG5SXL is in the number 2 spot, so congratulations to you. Let's go talk to Not Bill, a.k.a. Randy, W5ITZ, and see how big a boy band fan he was.
Thanks, Rusty. It was kind of forced with a sister 4 years younger than me that played stuff on repeat over and over and over again that was influential in the early 90s. So it was, again, kind of forced onto me, radio play all the time.
Well, I hope you tell your sister that she helped you win a trivia tonight. I was the same way. I had a younger sister, and New Kids on the Block was about the only thing she wanted to listen to. So I had to suffer through many hours of that, more than I should have. Well, there's the top 3 for round number 4. We're going to add up all the scores, and let's see who the winner of tonight's Friday Night Trivia Net is. Drum roll, please. It is Kent, KI5RBT, with 2,117 points. Mark A. coming in second with 1,855 points. And Randy, a.k.a. Not Bill, coming in third with 1,609. Let's go chat with Kent, KI5RBT, and see what's going on for the weekend, man. Anything fun?
I think I'm going to take Ben to an art museum in Waco. He wanted to go today, and I was just too tired from going around Texas over the week. I've been working on tons of projects. Finally finished up everything in my office, so it's just cleanup time. But that's about it. KI5RBT, back to net.
Right on, man. Yeah, I noticed they've been flooding Facebook with the new Museum of Illusions. And there's all kinds of trippy stuff going on there. I don't know if it's open yet or if it's about to open, but like I said, it's like every other ad on my Facebook right now. So you might check that out. Ben might get some fun out of that one. Let's go talk to Mr. No Call Sign, Mark A. Pick that thing up like you know what you're doing and tell us what you're doing this weekend.
Hey, Rusty, this is W5LUL. Mark has developed a case of mic fright because he didn't know he wasn't allowed to talk.
Oh, well, we have to fix that. There is no such thing. Mark, pick up the mic and talk to us. Tell us what you're doing for the weekend because we're all family here, and there ain't no problems, brother. So pick up the mic, tell us what you're doing. It's going to be all right.
Cheers, Rusty. Yeah, just gonna be hanging out, hit a couple of breweries around the area, and just consider my life choices, especially the boy bands and that sort of thing, and move forward. Thanks very much. Back to you.
Absolutely, man. I will tell you this. If you try that on some other frequencies, you're going to give some old man a stroke because, this is very serious. And so, don't do that on any other repeaters, but you're always welcome to come hang out with us. Well, let's go talk to Not Bill, W5ITZ. Randy, you got to tell us, are you going to test tomorrow and get your license back so that you can have your own call sign? And if not, what else you got going on for the weekend?
Oh, it's looking likely, Rusty. Going to try to sneak in maybe about 10 o'clock tomorrow and see if we can hammer it out and do some old crash course recall on some of this technician class. No baseball this weekend with my youngest, so we came down to the country to do some redneck stuff, play in the mud, build some guns, just your typical redneck hooligan shenanigans.
I love it. It builds character, man. I'm proof of that. So just remember, if they turn out anything like me, you've been warned. Well, we got guest KG5SXL in the number 4 spot. Congratulations. We hope you have a good weekend. Let's go talk to Bill, W5ITZ. Bill's got breakfast and testing and all kinds of fun. What else you doing this weekend, Bill?
Yeah, it's the real Bill. Well, we've got family in, so after we get through with the club activities tomorrow, we'll just head back to the house and chill and enjoy some family time for the rest of the weekend. Kids are finishing up their spring break, so we'll have some good family time, some good meals, and maybe a few more drinks. We'll just wait and see. Thanks, Rusty. W5ITZ, back to net.
Yeah, that bar definitely needs some more bottles on top. Y'all aren't slacking on that one. Well, have fun with your redneck weekend and all the family. I know you'll have a good time. Let's go chat with Dave, KI5STT. Dave, what's going on with you this weekend?
Hey, Rusty. I'd like to say happy St. Patrick's Day to everybody. This weekend I might try to test out my new fox hunting Yagi to find Ernesto's fox, unless W5LUL comes up with something else for me to do. KI5SGT, back to net.
Well, very fun. Lucky for you, Holly's number 10, so I'll get to talk to her and we can figure out if you're going to play fox hunt. Maybe she'll come along with you. Let's go talk to Claude, KI5ZQE. He's in the number 7 spot with 1,397 points. Claude, what you got going on for the weekend, man?
Not a lot, Rusty. Well, I'm looking for coneflowers. I'm trying to set up a pollinator garden in the backyard, like for bees and butterflies and stuff. Hummingbirds too, so I just found some. I'm not going to tell anybody where they are because I want them for myself.
Well, be that way. My dad had bees growing up, and so we would always get honey, and it was a fun thing to do. I thoroughly enjoyed it. So good for you for looking out for the bees and the butterflies and the hummingbirds. I certainly appreciate it. We got Ernesto, KI5PZN, in the number 8 spot. Ernesto is the fox this weekend. Ernesto is also going to be net control for the Elmer's Net over for the Austin Club. What else you got going on for the weekend, man?
This is KI5PZN. First of all, Rusty, thank you so much for running the net and keeping the night fun. Yes, well, tomorrow I'll be doing the ham breakfast at Waterloo. That's in Burnett, just south of 183. We get together around 8 o'clock in case somebody wants to join in. And, the Fox, I plays the Fox this afternoon, and it's going to be running until Sunday around 6 p.m. And then tomorrow night at 7 p.m. on the 146.940. I'm going to let it reset for a second. I'm going to be running, like Rusty said, the Elmer's Net for the Austin Amateur Radio Club. So if you are looking for something to do, I'll be running that net, and that's at 7 p.m. tomorrow. And then if you are looking for trouble on Sunday evening at 7:30, we'll be running the Weekend Wind Down Net, where we go in and talk about the weekend. I hope everybody has a good weekend. And back to you, Mr. Rusty. This is KI5PZN.
Old man breakfast. That's an early one, man. All right, well, have fun at breakfast, and I'll be checking in on your nets, man, because I've got a pretty low-key weekend. If you got nothing else going on after breakfast, swing by the house. We can hang out, drink coffee, and whatever. Well, all right, let's go talk to Laura all the way out in Alvin, Texas, KI5OLG. Laura, you got anything fun going on this weekend? You going to breakfast?
KI5OLG. No, I'm not really going to breakfast. I don't have any plans for that. Probably just going to sit around the house, have a nice quiet weekend. And thank you so much for running the net. You always make it such a fun time, no matter where I end up on it. So Keep up the good work. This is KI5OLG, back to net control.
Well, thank you so much. I would be remiss if I didn't ask, how is your journey on becoming a VE? Have you sent in all your paperwork and all that stuff to be a VE so that you can start testing all of our new ham radio people?
KI5OLG returning. Not yet. I'm still going over, making sure I got everything correct, and I will be sending it in shortly. This KI5OLG, back to net control.
Very good, very good. I had no idea it was going to be so much fun, but watching everybody come in all nervous and taking their test and passing, there's something that just transforms me back to like grade school. So it's fun to see everybody get excited about that, and it's something that I didn't think would happen. So I love doing it, and it's a whole lot of fun. So I look forward to hearing your stories about testing some new people and seeing how much fun it was. Well, let's go talk to Holly, W5LUL. Holly, are y'all going fox hunting this weekend?
Well, Rusty, I had no luck with the fox hunt when we did the one at the potluck, and so I don't really have any confidence that I would be able to figure it out, but I think maybe Dave should go with you guys, and I don't know, maybe Mark if he's interested. And y'all can go figure out the details. Teach Dave how to do this, because we don't really know how to do this.
Well, right on. My hunting buddy is the fox this weekend, so I'm out hunting, buddy. So if y'all want to learn, I'll be more than happy. If y'all want to meet up at the Old Man Breakfast, we can. Or if y'all want to, just DM me, whatever. We can figure it out. And yeah, I'll be more than happy to teach y'all how to fox hunt, because it's fun. It's not hard. You just got to know what to do, right? And so you just got to kind of figure that out. Well, congratulations to everybody that played, especially the top 10. And you know what? It's time for the elimination round, and that's how we send y'all home. So you don't have to be fast, you just have to be right, kind of like me. I'm not fast, but I'm always right. The first time you're wrong, we're going to send you home. We'll send you packing, and you can start your weekend for sure. So with that, we're going to let everybody take a quick breath on the repeaters and whatnot, and when we come back, we will start up the elimination round. For those of you who are new and haven't played, you still have 15 seconds to make an answer or to make a guess, but the first time you're wrong, you're gone. So, we will be right back with question number 1. We're trying to make these easy in the beginning, and hopefully we can do that. We haven't been getting past question number 3, so let's see how we do with question number 1. In what country did the English language originate? Well, we lit up 3 of the 4 answers. Germany coming in number 1, followed by England, the Netherlands. Nobody picked on poor Italy. So where did the English language originate? For those of you who have played, this one's a repeat, and I thought I'd give y'all that one. Germany is the correct answer. That leaves us with 11 survivors. 16 have been eliminated out of the game. We got to say goodnight to Brian, KI5UZY. Good to have you, and welcome to Discord. Brian, N5TZV, have a good weekend, man. Steve, KG5LAA. John, KI5ZIE. Mike, W7QAG. Guest, KG5SXL. Steve, KI5HWD. Laura, KI5OLG. Scott, KI5OBD. And Thomas, KI5OMW. So that leaves us with 11. Let's see how y'all do with question number 2. Mesa Verde, the sacred site of the ancestral Pueblo people, was built over 1,000 years ago in what is now this. Man, oh man, we got 3 lit up. So it's a tie between Arizona and New Mexico. Colorado coming in third. None of y'all picked Utah. So where's Mesa Verde? It is in Colorado. So that means that we are down to 3 survivors. We got to say goodnight to Bill and not Bill. W5ITZ, Holly, W5LUL, Dave, KI5STT, Claude, KI5ZQE, Joe, K5KUA, Philip, AC5G, and Mark A. All right, we're down to Kent, Ernesto, and Gail. Let's see how y'all do with question number 3. Woodrow Wilson is the only former president to be buried here. Yes. We got 3 people. We got 3 answers. Is it Monticello, Mount Vernon, or the Washington National Cathedral? Because none of them picked the Arlington National Cemetery. So where is Woodrow Wilson, the only former president, buried? The Washington National Cathedral. And that means that Kent, the knower of all things, is the winner of our elimination round. Way to go, Kent. We got to say goodnight to Ernesto, KI5PZN, and Gail, and a big congratulations to Kent. KI5RVT, the Trivia Robot. Fantastic game, y'all. Well, that's going to do it for tonight's Friday Night Trivia Net. We hope you had a good time hanging out with us tonight. The Friday Night Trivia Net is a service of the Oak Hill Amateur Radio Club, call sign N5OAK, and made possible through the generosity of people just like you. For more information on the club, becoming a member, or to learn how you can donate and keep us alive, visit us online at n5oak.org. I'd also like to thank Kyle, KA5D, and the Crossroads Ham Radio Club for linking their repeater systems together for tonight's game. The repeater, not repeater, repeater. If you'd like to see all the fun things they're up to or just want more information about the KA5D or W5LCR repeater systems, visit them online at ka5d.com or crhrc.org. And before you close that web browser, stop by and check out the BBS. We've got all your favorite door games, Trivia Net player rankings, stats, net logs, net check-ins. Everything can be found on the website. Don't forget, this weekend, we got the KI5PZN Fox going on in Austin. The Crossroads Ham Radio Club has breakfast tomorrow in Ganado, as well as a testing session. So if it's time to upgrade or get your license and you're anywhere close to Ganado, Texas, go see Bill and all the good folks over there. It's guaranteed to get you your license. Hear that, Randy? This is WZ5BBS, and it's time to bring tonight's Friday Night Trivia Net to a close. I'm going to signal all the repeaters to switch back to regular amateur use. And while they're doing that, I'd like to thank y'all for inviting me into your home every Friday night. It's always a blast. Y'all have a great weekend. Be safe, and we'll see you right here for the next Oak Hill Friday Night Trivia Net. 73, y'all.
and 5JGX.